So Dead Space 4 would take place after Dead Space 3. The basic concept is humanity is effectively doomed. Earth and its colonies are now being harvested by the Brother Moons. There is no secret weapon to beat them, no last-minute save in the story. It was a cosmic horror. It's not how can we stop them, it's how long can you survive it. Isaac Clarke would be the main protagonist of the story. However, he would not be a part of a military group or any organized resistance. He would be alone. That or he would be with Ellie or Carver. He would travel between derelict ships, broken stations, and dead colonies, scavenging for fuel, oxygen, and anything to keep surviving. It would be like Dead Space 1's isolation on the Ishimura, with Dead Space 3's scale of going to planet to ship to planet. The design ideas. Basically, there were no hubs, no safe cities, no planets to return to. So you would have them all spread out around the map, a galactic map of sorts. Eventually, these stations would go dark one by one. Ships would become necromorph nests, and any survivors would eventually die out. It would reinforce the idea that the moons were inevitable. Convergence has already won. The race is doomed. Humanity would be scattered to nomads, scattered survivor fleets going across the stars, refugee convoys on planets on the move, groups that didn't trust each other, like the Walking Dead. At first it'd be like that. Eventually survivors would be whittled down to a few pocket groups of people. Entire fleets could disappear one day, surviving groups overtaken by the marker signal. This would be the true end of the franchise, of Isaac's story. His story would probably end in sacrifice, acceptance, or even madness. The goal wasn't victory, but emotional closure. Isaac could perhaps leave some record of what happened. Just like the aliens of Tal Valentes left us, we leave it for the next species. A warning sent into the void, or some kind of device left on our home planet. A final act that helps delay the next convergence for the next species. Now, you're wondering probably why this wasn't made. These are all speculations. It was too bleak. Not a lot of people like this type of story where it's a sad ending. There's no hook for a sequel, perhaps? A depressing ending for a character that went through so much pain and suffering, just for it not to mean anything in the end. However, that's what makes a cosmic horror more interesting. The fact you can't control the outcome. The fact you can't do anything to stop it from happening. It would have been a different Dead Space, yes. Was it a good idea? Perhaps. Any idea could be good, taken correctly. Something about being on the last human planet, in the last human city, as the last human, in a galaxy devoid of life. It really leaves you with a feeling of despair. I think that's what really makes this series what it is. But anyway, if you agree with them closing this game if it wasn't meant to be, or if you really would have liked this game, just let me know. For me, any sort of Dead Space game would have been nice, but I guess that's just a dreamer me wanting to play another Dead Space game. Every series has to die eventually, and I guess Dead Space's turn finally came around. 3 seems to be the lucky number for games. Anyway, like I said earlier, I'm gonna call it here, and I will see you in the next one.